Italy isn't just a place, it's a symphony of beauty, passion, and timeless charm. Ski the Alps by morning, sunbathe by the sea by afternoon, and sip espresso beside centuries-old art by night. Ready for a journey of romance and wonder? If you're ready for a journey that's equal parts adventure and romance, dive into the video and let Italy sweep you off your feet. Italy's breathtaking geography and climate variety. Perched in the heart of southern Europe and shaped unmistakably like a boot, Italy is a land of contrasts that somehow flow together in perfect harmony. Few countries on Earth offer such a dramatic blend of geography and climate. In the northern regions, the towering Alps dominate the skyline, creating a winter wonderland for ski enthusiasts and forming a natural shield from harsher northern weather. These mountains are not just a barrier, they're a playground for snow sports and a haven for mountain lovers. But just head a few hours south, and you'll find yourself trading snow boots for sandals as you dip your toes into the warm, clear waters of the Mediterranean. Whether it's the Tyrrhenian, Ionian, or Adriatic coastlines, Italy's seaside escapes are just as breathtaking as its peaks. This remarkable fusion of icy summits and sun-drenched shores makes Italy a country with truly unmatched climatic diversity. It's a place where, quite literally, you can go from a snowball fight to a beach picnic in one day. Add in rolling hills, volcanic lakes, lush countryside, and dramatic coastlines, and Italy becomes a tapestry of landscapes that feels both intimate and vast. And really, how many places let you shred powder in the morning and sip Chianti by the sea before dinner? Only in Italy. What's your vibe? Mountain air or sea breeze? Or are you, like many of us, simply chasing the pasta dream? Either way, hit play and get ready to fall hard, for Italy, and maybe for that gelato too. A living museum, Italy's rich cultural and historical inheritance. Italy is often referred to as an open-air museum, and for good reason. As the birthplace of the mighty Roman Empire and a cradle of Renaissance genius, this country is steeped in layers of culture that date back thousands of years. With 55 UNESCO World Heritage sites, the highest of any country on Earth, Italy is a treasure chest of human creativity and historical achievement. But these aren't just postcard-worthy sites like the Colosseum, Florence Cathedral, or the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Italy's heritage is woven into its very fabric, from ancient Etruscan tombs and medieval alleyways to grand piazzas, Baroque churches, and fresco-covered ceilings. Every stone tells a story. Every city echoes with the footsteps of emperors, philosophers, artists, and visionaries. What sets Italy apart is that its past hasn't been tucked away behind velvet ropes. It lives and breathes alongside the present. In Rome, locals sip cappuccinos near ruins that once hosted gladiator battles. In Venice, gondoliers drift along canals lined with buildings that have withstood both time and tide. And in Florence, Renaissance masterpieces sit not just in museums but in the streets, churches, and everyday life. Italy's monuments aren't just artifacts, they're emotional touchstones. They allow you to feel the pulse of bygone eras, to walk in the shadow of ancient greatness, and to experience the weight and wonder of history in a way few places can offer. It's not just about observing, it's about feeling history come alive. So whether you're an art lover, a history buff, or someone who just loves getting lost in beautiful places with deep stories, Italy welcomes you with open arms and a timeless soul. Cultural diversity and regional identity. Italy may appear unified, but its heart beats with striking regional diversity. While most Italians share a common ethnic background, the soul of the country lies in its rich mosaic of local cultures, each region shaped by its own history, dialects, traditions, and way of life. In the sun-soaked south, like Sicily and Calabria, life flows slowly, guided by family bonds, deep-rooted customs, and a love for shared meals and community. There's warmth and poetry in everyday life, where the past lingers in the streets and the kitchen. Head north to Milan or Turin, and the rhythm changes. These cities radiate efficiency, modernity, and sleek design, where time is precious, espresso is quick, and ambition drives daily life. Yet Italy's diversity goes beyond north and south. Every region has a unique identity. South Tyrol reflects Germanic heritage. Puglia echoes Greek roots. Aosta Valley embraces Alpine traditions, while Sicily carries traces of Arabic influence. These cultural layers give Italy its charm and complexity. Rather than one single identity, Italy is a tapestry of many Italies, each with its own voice, flavor, and rhythm. From Venice to Naples, Milan to Tuscany, every place tells a different story. Together, they create a country that honors its past while boldly stepping into the future. Italian women, where confidence meets timeless style. Italian women possess a unique allure that goes far beyond looks. It's a blend of confidence, grace, and natural elegance that speaks through their presence. From Florence's historic streets to Milan's high-fashion runways, they embody a style that's effortless, yet unmistakably refined. Their beauty isn't defined by trends or perfection, but by authenticity. Raised in a culture steeped in art, design, and tradition, Italian women develop an instinctive sense of style, one that favors self-expression over fashion rules. A loosely tied scarf, a bold lipstick, or a tailored coat all reflect personal flair and inner confidence. What truly sets them apart is their attitude toward aging. Italian women don't fear it, they embrace it with pride, wearing laugh lines and silver hair as symbols of life lived fully. Their strength radiates not just in how they dress, but in how they lead, nurture, and inspire. In Italian society, women are central figures, at home, in business, and in culture. They are caretakers and creators, combining resilience with warmth and independence with elegance. Whether cooking at home or leading in boardrooms, they move with purpose, style, and unmistakable charisma. To know Italian women is to witness beauty rooted in identity, tradition, and fearless self-belief. They are timeless, powerful, and unforgettable. A Culinary Tapestry, Italy's food as a living tradition. Italian cuisine isn't just food, it's history, culture, and community served on a plate. Rather than following global trends, Italian cooking stays true to its roots, simplicity, local ingredients, and a deep respect for tradition. What we call Italian food is actually a vibrant patchwork of regional dishes, each shaped by the land and the people who've cultivated it for generations. In Liguria, the freshness of pesto alla genovese reflects the coastal breeze and hillside herbs. In Naples, a bite of pizza carries the essence of the southern sea. From saffron risotto in Lombardy to sweet cannoli in Sicily, every dish tells a story of place, memory, and identity. Italy's culinary landscape shifts as you travel. The north offers rich, creamy comforts like polenta and risotto, often flavored with wild mushrooms and alpine cheeses. The south bursts with bold colors and flavors, tomatoes, peppers, herbs, and fresh seafood. Central Italy brings its own treasures, Umbria's truffles, Lazio's porchetta, and pastas that taste like handmade love. But what truly sets Italian food apart is the experience around it. Meals are not rushed, they're events. A chance to gather, talk, laugh, and savor. Markets are personal spaces where relationships matter, and recipes are passed down by taste, not textbooks. Cooking is a shared ritual, guided by memory, not measurement. In Italy, food is more than nourishment. It's connection, it's joy, it's a way of life. Every meal is a celebration of the land, of family, and of being present. That's why Italian cuisine has endured. It's not just eaten, it's lived. So the next time you enjoy a plate of pasta or a glass of Italian wine, know this: you're tasting more than a recipe. You're tasting generations of love, tradition, and culture, one delicious bite at a time. Espresso in existence, the soul of Italian coffee culture. In Italy, coffee isn't just a drink, it's a ritual. An espresso isn't rushed or taken to go. It's sipped, standing at the bar, with intention and presence. Even if it lasts only a minute, the moment is full. This is the essence of Italian life, slowing down to savor something small and perfect. Italian coffee culture reflects a deeper philosophy, il dolce far niente, the sweet art of doing nothing. It's about pausing, being present, and finding beauty in everyday rituals. No distractions, no takeaway cups, just you, the barista, and a perfect shot of espresso. And it's not just about the taste, it's about the heart. Take the tradition of caffè sospeso, buying a coffee for someone in need. No name, no recognition. Just quiet generosity, reminding us that kindness can be simple and powerful. Cafes in Italy are more than coffee shops. They're social spaces, where friendships thrive, debates spark, and community pulses. To drink coffee in Italy is to reconnect with others, with time, and with yourself. Because here, even the smallest cup carries meaning, and that's what makes it unforgettable. Italian festivals, a nation's soul in full celebration. In Italy, festivals are not just dates on a calendar. They are living traditions that ignite towns and cities with color, music, and emotion. From alpine villages to seaside piazzas, each celebration is a window into the soul of the nation, an expression of history, faith, and shared identity. The Venice Carnival is one of the most iconic. For a few magical days, the city transforms into a theatrical dream, where elegant masks and elaborate costumes turn the streets into a moving stage. These masks carry deeper meaning. They represent mystery, freedom, and the timeless art of reinvention. Elsewhere, in central Italy, the Infiorata offers a quieter kind of beauty. Streets are blanketed in floral tapestries, vivid, intricate designs made entirely of flower petals. This peaceful procession blends faith, art, and community effort as villagers work side by side to bring sacred images to life underfoot. Italy's festivals often revolve around the land and its gifts. Autumn brings harvest celebrations in Tuscany, Puglia, and Sicily, where locals honor olives, wine, and seasonal bounty. These are heartfelt events, not staged for outsiders, but real community gatherings where traditions are lived, not performed. What makes these festivals so moving is their purpose. In a world that rushes forward, Italy pauses to remember, to celebrate, and to connect. Festivals are acts of resistance against forgetfulness, keeping culture alive through dance, food, music, and ritual. They hold space for joy, reflection, and belonging. To experience an Italian festival is to witness the heartbeat of a people. Whether you're watching fireworks over a medieval tower or walking through a petal-strewn street at dawn, one thing is clear. In Italy, celebration is not a break from life. It is life at its fullest. Opera and music, Italy's eternal pulse of art and emotion. In Italy, music isn't just heard, it's felt. From the invention of opera to melodies echoing in piazzas, music is woven into the country's soul. It expresses what words cannot, turning emotion into art and everyday life into performance. Opera was born here in the 16th century and quickly became a force of cultural expression. Historic theaters like Venice's Teatro di San Cassiano, the world's first public opera house, and Milan's legendary La Scala have hosted giants like Verdi, Puccini, and Rossini. Their music captured the full spectrum of human feeling: love, grief, passion, and rebellion. These weren't just compositions, they were declarations of the heart. But opera in Italy doesn't live only behind gilded curtains. It spills into public life. You might catch a soaring aria in a Roman square, hear a violin weeping on a Florentine bridge, or follow the sound of an accordion drifting through the alleys of Naples. In Italy, music is democratic, accessible, and alive. Whether in a grand theater or a humble street corner, it touches everyone. Even without understanding the language, opera speaks universally. A soprano's cry or a tenor's roar bypasses the mind and strikes the soul. It's emotion in its purest form, lived, not just performed. Music here marks joy and sorrow, romance and rebellion. It is celebration, memory, and identity all at once. To experience music in Italy is to feel the country's pulse. Whether seated in La Scala's velvet seats or pausing mid-stroll to listen to a street musician, one thing becomes clear. Italy doesn't just create music, it lives through it. and the echo of that emotion lingers long after the final note fades. The art of slow living, la dolce vita as a way of life. In a world addicted to speed and productivity, Italy offers a gentler rhythm, one that values presence over pace. La dolce vita, or the sweet life, isn't about excess. It's about savoring life's simple, beautiful moments. Italians don't rush through their days. They live them fully. Meals are unhurried and filled with connection. Work is approached with pride, not pressure. Friendships aren't secondary. They're central, nurtured slowly and sincerely. From a sunlit stroll through the market to the quiet joy of a coffee under the vines, every gesture in Italy feels intentional. Even small moments, like choosing the ripest tomato or pausing to admire the evening light, are acts of appreciation. Time isn't a race here. It's something to be shared, enjoyed, and respected. In Italy, happiness lives in the present, not in a checklist. La dolce vita is a daily art form, a lifestyle that invites you to slow down, notice more, and live deeply. Venice, a city, floating between reality and legend. Venice doesn't just exist, it enchants. Built on more than 100 islands, this floating city defies logic and feels like a dream carved from water and stone. No cars, no noise, just gliding gondolas, soft echoes, and crumbling beauty around every corner. To walk in Venice is to drift through time. Labyrinthine alleys lead to secret courtyards, mist-shrouded canals reflect fading frescoes, and every turn reveals a new piece of poetry and architecture. The city feels timeless, not because it resists change, but because it survives with grace. Venice isn't only about history, it's about feeling. It mirrors the fragility of beauty and the power of quiet moments. More than a destination, Venice is an experience, soft, surreal, and unforgettable. It doesn't demand your attention, it gently captures your heart. The Vespa, a romantic icon of freedom in the heart of Italy. The Vespa is more than just a scooter. It's a love letter on wheels, written by Italy to the world. Born out of the wreckage of World War II, it was never just a mode of transport. It was a symbol of renewal, of movement, of beauty returning to everyday life. With its smooth curves, elegant lines, and soft purr of an engine, the Vespa wasn't about raw power. It was about grace in motion. It promised freedom not just to go places, but to feel something along the way. It became the chariot of a new Italy, light, stylish, optimistic, and from the start, it was iconic. Picture it, a young couple weaving through Rome's narrow streets, her scarf fluttering, their laughter trailing behind them. That image is more than cinematic. It's cultural. The Vespa became synonymous with romance, adventure, and that uniquely Italian blend of spontaneity and elegance. From the cobbled alleys of Florence to the breezy coastal roads of Amalfi, the Vespa carries more than riders. It carries stories. It has starred in films, inspired songs, and embedded itself in Italy's collective imagination. Yet, it remains humble, accessible. It's driven by students, artists, bakers, and dreamers. It doesn't scream for attention. It earns affection. Decades later, it still hums through piazzas, untouched by time. In an age of high-tech, high-speed everything, the Vespa reminds us that some things are better felt than measured. It's not about getting there the fastest. It's about enjoying every second of the ride. And that, perhaps, is the most Italian thing of all. Longevity in Sardinia, secrets from the island of long life. Sardinia, nestled in the Mediterranean, is more than a scenic retreat. It's a way of life. With rolling hills, quiet villages, and sea-kissed air, this island holds a remarkable secret. It's one of the world's rare blue zones, where people often live well past 100, and do so with vitality and joy. What makes Sardinians live longer isn't a magic pill or isolated gene. It's their lifestyle, rooted in simplicity, connection, and deep respect for the land. Their diet reflects this philosophy. Homegrown vegetables, legumes, whole grains like barley, and local cheeses made from sheep that graze on wild herbs. Food is slow, fresh, and shared. Olive oil flows generously, and fish is caught and cooked with care. Even their wine, especially the famed Canino, is part of the story. It's rich in antioxidants and always enjoyed with company, accompanied by toasts and laughter, never in isolation. But the true secret lies in relationships. Elders are not sidelined. They are the center of family and community life. Wisdom is passed down at kitchen tables. Multi-generational households thrive, where every age has purpose and place. Sardinians live by nature's rhythm. They garden, walk, rest, and rise with the sun. Life is unhurried, grounded, and full of meaning. Conversations are face-to-face, and neighbors are like extended family. Here, aging is embraced. A long life is seen not just as a gift, but as something earned, by living well, loving deeply, and staying connected. In Sardinia, longevity isn't just surviving, it's thriving, and doing so together. The Parmesan Bank, Emilia-Romagna's white gold. In Emilia-Romagna, food and finance come together in a uniquely Italian way. Here, wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano, aged to perfection and rich in cultural value, are used as collateral for bank loans. Known as the Parmesan Bank, this system supports local cheesemakers by turning their prized wheels into real financial assets. Each cheese wheel is a labor of love, crafted under strict rules and aged for years. As it matures, it increases in value, much like fine wine. Inside climate-controlled vaults, thousands of wheels are stored, tagged, and insured. Producers borrow against them to keep their operations going. If they can't repay, the bank simply sells the cheese. It's a clever fusion of tradition and economy, protecting heritage while offering practical support. In Italy, where flavor and craftsmanship matter deeply, even cheese becomes a form of wealth. So next time you taste Parmigiano, remember, it may be backing someone's dream in the hills of Emilia-Romagna. Family life, Italy's culture of multi-generational living. While many cultures see moving out as a milestone of independence, in Italy, staying home is a sign of something deeper: love, loyalty, and strong family ties. It's common for young Italians to live with their parents into their late 20s or 30s, not out of dependence, but from a shared sense of responsibility and connection. Italian families often span generations under one roof. Meals become daily reunions where stories are shared and traditions passed down. Grandparents aren't isolated. They're honored, involved, and supported. Children benefit from emotional stability and a safety net rooted in closeness, not separation. This way of living creates deep bonds and mutual care, fostering happiness, resilience, and purpose. In Italy, adulthood isn't measured by distance from home. It's measured by how you grow within it, nurturing your family as they've nurtured you. Cost of living, stylish life, surprisingly affordable. Italy may be globally associated with luxury. Think high-end fashion, five-star cuisine, and historic villas. But the truth beneath the surface is both surprising and refreshing. You don't have to be rich to live richly here. Beyond the polished glamour of Milan or the Renaissance grandeur of Florence, Italy offers a high quality of life at a far more manageable cost than many people expect. In small towns and countryside regions, rents are low, communities are tight-knit, and the pace of life is soothing. You can live in a stone farmhouse overlooking olive groves or a cozy apartment in a walkable village, often for a fraction of what you'd pay in other Western countries. And then there's the food. Fresh, flavorful, and affordable. Local markets brim with vibrant produce, artisan cheese, crusty breads, and freshly caught fish, all sold at reasonable prices. Quality isn't a luxury in Italy. It's a standard, deeply tied to culture and pride. Public transportation is another win. From high-speed trains that connect major cities to reliable local buses and trams, getting around is easy and economical. You don't need a car, or the expenses that come with one, to live well here. What all of this adds up to is a life that balances beauty, comfort, and simplicity. Italians don't chase status symbols. They take their time. They savor coffee breaks, celebrate with long dinners, and prioritize wellness over wealth. It's a mindset that turns everyday moments into luxuries and reminds us that the good life doesn't require a big paycheck, just the right perspective. Italian elegance, where fashion becomes a way of life. Italy isn't just one of the world's fashion capitals. It's a place where elegance is woven into the rhythm of daily life. From the designer ateliers of Milan to the cobblestone streets of Florence, from bustling Roman boulevards to the tranquil piazzas of coastal towns, style is not merely an accessory, it's a cultural signature. Italians don't dress to impress, they dress to express. A crisp white shirt, a cashmere sweater draped just right, a pair of handmade leather shoes. These are not worn for occasions, but for the everyday moments of life. To the Italian eye, dressing well is a form of self-respect, and fashion is never detached from personality. Even in the smallest towns, you'll see individuals of all ages who carry themselves with poise, their outfits reflecting not only current trends but personal identity and regional influence. This pursuit of elegance extends far beyond clothing. Italian aesthetics are holistic. Their homes are curated with taste and tradition, filled with warm lighting, antique wood, and meaningful details that tell stories of generations. Meals are not just food, they're visual celebrations. Even the simplest pasta dish is plated with grace, because beauty to Italians is not a luxury, it's a right. Architecture, too, plays a role in this cultural fabric. The cities blend grandeur and intimacy. Marble fountains, ancient arches, and pastel buildings adorned with wrought iron balconies speak to a nation that never separates design from daily life. In Italy, elegance isn't loud. It whispers. It doesn't demand attention. It commands quiet admiration. Here, fashion is not a fleeting trend. It's a timeless expression of who you are and how you choose to move through the world with intention, dignity, and style. Sicilians and Milanese, Italy's contrasts in perfect harmony. To understand Italy is to embrace its contrasts, and perhaps nowhere is this more evident than in the dynamic tension between Milan in the north and Sicily in the south. These two regions offer a compelling portrait of Italian identity, one sleek and forward-looking, the other soulful and rooted in ancient traditions. Milan is a city of energy, precision, and innovation. It's Italy's financial heart, a global hub for fashion, design, and commerce. Here, time is money, and style is sharp. The Milanese walk briskly, speak efficiently, and thrive in a world that values modernity, minimalism, and ambition. The city pulses with sleek architecture, glossy storefronts, and the hum of fast-moving lives. Cafes are chic, the fashion is refined, and even the food, like risotto alla Milanese, is elegant, golden, and restrained. Then there's Sicily, a world apart, yet undeniably Italian. This sun-kissed island breathes a slower rhythm, steeped in warmth, family, and passion. In Sicily, time stretches out like an afternoon under lemon trees. Meals are long, conversations are animated, and traditions run deep. The streets are alive with color, music, and the aromas of bold dishes like caponata, pasta alla norma, or freshly fried arancini. Sicily's culture reflects a blend of civilizations, Greek, Arab, Norman, and with it comes a layered, expressive spirit. Even the landscapes mirror the contrast. Milan is metropolitan and orderly, dotted with modern towers and perfectly trimmed hedges. Sicily, meanwhile, is wild and volcanic, its hillsides terraced with vineyards, its coasts rugged and poetic. But despite their differences, Milan and Sicily are not at odds. They are two sides of the same coin. Together, they reflect the beautiful paradox at the heart of Italy, a country where the past and the future, the fast and the slow, the refined and the rustic, coexist in harmony. One offers precision, the other poetry. One dreams of tomorrow, the other preserves yesterday. And in this dance between contrast and connection lies Italy's enduring magic, a nation endlessly diverse, yet bound together by a shared love of beauty, heritage, and life lived with passion. Florence and the Renaissance, a city-turned masterpiece. Florence isn't just a city, it's a masterpiece. Cradled in the Tuscan hills, this historic gem gave birth to the Renaissance, a cultural revolution that changed the course of art, science, and thought across the Western world. In the 14th and 15th centuries, Florence ignited a rebirth of creativity. Its streets still pulse with the legacy of legends. Brunelleschi's awe-inspiring dome atop the Florence Cathedral, Botticelli's Birth of Venus in the Uffizi, and Michelangelo's genius etched into marble and memory. But Florence is not frozen in the past. It continues to breathe beauty. Modern artisans, leatherworkers, goldsmiths, designers keep the Renaissance spirit alive, blending old-world techniques with fresh innovation. Here, tradition and creativity coexist in every workshop, every gallery, every piazza. To walk through Florence is to be inspired. It's a place that doesn't just preserve art, it provokes it in you. Every corner whispers to your inner dreamer, thinker, and creator. And if you find yourself leaving with a handmade journal, a bottle of Chianti, or a new sketchbook, that's just Florence doing what it does best, reminding you that beauty is meant to be lived. That's Italy, a place where beauty is not just seen, but deeply felt. In every dish, every breeze, every quiet piazza, Italy lives through art, passion, and the joy of simple moments. What about Italy has captured your heart? Leave a comment and watch the video to experience the magic for yourself.